Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is Montana This Morning from Montana's news leader.
Well, good morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Justine Stewart.
And I'm Louis Stewart. Hope you all are having a great start to your Monday. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving holiday. Nice long weekend. Those are always nice, aren't they?
Super nice. Hard to come back on a Monday, but at least it's not, well, it's not too cold out. It feels pretty mild this morning.
Yeah,
anyway.
No, it's not bad. You know, we got up to 60 degrees yesterday in Missoula.
Warm.
So warm. Our average for this time of year, 36. We got up to 60. I think, though, Justine, that's going to be the last time we're going to start to see those numbers, because we're going to cool down this week. And then as we even roll into next week, we're going to be looking at a pattern change, bringing in even colder air. So there's a lot to get into here, and we'll do that throughout the morning. Here's your forecast headlines, though. So for today, really throughout the week, seasonably cool temperatures, 30s and low 40s, so not those 50s and 60s that we saw at the end of last week and even yesterday. Now, more showers are in the forecast, just light rain and snow this week. And like I mentioned, tracking this pattern change, bringing in colder air by the weekend. Here's your Monday forecast with temperatures, some areas across western Montana, 42 in Missoula. We'll see 41 in Kalispell, Hamilton, and Polson, mostly to partly cloudy skies overhead.
Didn't get everything you wanted on Black Friday? It's not too late. Retailers are rolling out even more deals today. Hanadoba has more on how to navigate through what is expected to be a record-breaking Cyber Monday.
With the Black Friday bonanza behind us, this Cyber Monday, you don't even have to leave the comfort of home to score the best deals. Analysts are forecasting $6.6 billion in online retail sales.
The brick and mortar retailers are trying to extend their business online because online is where the growth is. Online is growing 15 to 20% a year.
Consumers can expect deep discounts today on items ranging from TVs to laptops. But toys usually see the best Monday price cuts. Analysts from Adobe Systems predict a 19% discount on toys. ToysRUs.com is offering 15% off site-wide. Target is offering the same deal this Cyber Monday. Both retailers have turned Cyber Monday into a week-long event.
Retailers want it to be a holiday marathon, not a one-day sprint.
Amazon is also hoping to cash in with toy deals. The online giant has already promised up to 50% savings on Hasbro items and up to 30% on Lego items. But experts add, do your research. Google Shopping brings up a list of retailers when you search for a product so you can see who sells it cheapest. For Amazon, try a price tracking tool like Camel. It gives you the price history of everything on the site.
Last year, more than 70% of Amazon customers purchased orders through their mobile devices.
Shoppers are expected to spend an average of nearly $1,000 this holiday season. Hanadoba, CBS News.
More advice for shoppers today. Make sure to check the retailer's social media sites and blogs for details on sales and discount codes. Since Cyber Monday is a week-long event, you could even get a better deal tomorrow by doing a little more research if you are looking for something specific. The anniversary is coming up of a savage murder in Butte, which remains unsolved after more than 20 years. MTN's John Amy talked with the victim's daughter, who now lives in South Dakota, but will not give up her search for justice.
November 29th, 1994 is a day Jennifer McPhee will never forget.
I remember everything about that day like it was yesterday.
That was the day her mother was brutally murdered in her own home on California Street in Butte. For 23 years, the crime has remained unsolved. The day she was murdered, 41-year-old Julian Stallman had left work about 1 p.m. at a restaurant on Harrison Avenue. She stopped at 2 stores before returning to her home. It was there, police suspect, maybe about 3:30 in the afternoon, she was stabbed to death.
It was a very violent crime, more than one injury, and so in the past we've thought that it's very possible that Julianne knew her attacker.
It's baffling that such a bloody crime in the middle of the day could go unnoticed.
And that's why we think somebody may have seen something that, again, isn't really something that sticks out to them as being something that's critical, but when we have that piece of information, it could be critical.
Jennifer says she's very much aware that the person who committed this violent crime against her mother is likely still alive. But she said she has no fear of that, and she will continue her very public search to bring her mother's killer to justice.
I'm not going away, and I'm not afraid of them. I've never been afraid. In the very beginning, when I pushed so hard in the newspaper and on the news and on the radio, I was never once afraid of this person.
Two ways this case could be solved. Someone comes forward with new information or advances in forensic science.
Science continues to get better and better, and it may be there's some evidence there that we've missed, that new technology comes forward and we can use that new technology to analyze that evidence even further. And there's a lot of evidence that we still have in our locker, a lot of evidence that's already been analyzed, and just continuing to do detective work. And I think eventually I'm optimistic that we could solve this case.
And Jennifer will certainly not give up her search for justice. On special assignment in Butte, John Amy, MTN News.
General hunting season wrapped up Sunday. The 6-week-long season is the most popular season for hunters to pursue deer and elk. Fish, Wildlife and Parks is prepared to have what they refer to as shoulder seasons, so hunters will be able to hunt elk further. The shoulder season is a way to control the overpopulation of elk, and it starts in a few weeks and will go into February. MTN did speak with a game warden who says it's bittersweet that the hunting season is over, seeing that most wardens are working nonstop to make sure hunters are being safe and following rules. She says that not many people in the area went out over the weekend, and weather may have played a role in that.
I don't know if it's the wind or the warmer weather, but I haven't checked very many hunters today compared to the beginning of the season. But the beginning of the season, we had an early snowfall in the beginning of November, and then it stuck around for a couple of weeks, and so that created a lot of activity with the wildlife, and I saw a lot more hunting going on during that time frame. But it was a good season overall. I know that we're like even above average on our elk harvest and our deer.
Well, good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a great start to your Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. It was a warm weekend. Had some really nice pictures sent in to us as well. I want to show you this one. This was sent in to us by Jean and Debbie. Beautiful sunrise Saturday morning. Had a lot of nice sunrise pictures sent in. So Jean, Debbie, thank you so much for this beautiful picture here. And then how about this one sent in to us by Sherry over Missoula. Sherry, thank you for this picture. Everyone, keep them coming. We love seeing what you all are doing, and we have several more to get to, and we'll continue to show those as we roll throughout the morning here. Now, a quick look at your temperatures. 30s, 40s this morning. Overall, not too bad. These are already right here from Polson, Missoula, and Hamilton above our average highs for this time of year. Now, the one thing, though, to point out is these temperatures here maybe give 1 or 2 degrees by this afternoon, but this is pretty much going to be our high temperatures for today. So we're not going to see a lot of warming as we roll throughout your Monday. Now, what I want to do here is go ahead and time out the next couple days for you, because we're going to see some light rain, some light snow possible this week. Temperatures not nearly as warm as what we have been seeing, and then we're going to see a little bit of a pattern change by the weekend. So let's track all this out for you using our jet stream forecast. First, notice this ridge of high pressure allowing warm air to build in from the south, how that's traveling east. This is what saw a move through yesterday. 60 degrees, like I mentioned, is where we topped out in Missoula. Now notice here comes cooler air for today, so highs 30s and lower 40s. And then as we move throughout the week, we're not going to see anything really drastic. Not warm air, not really cold air. So the jet stream is pretty much going to be cutting the country in half. So that's why throughout this week, temperatures right around average, right where we should be, if not slightly above average, but still upper 30s and lower 40s. Now notice the weekend. This is when we're going to see that pattern change begin to move through. Dip in the jet stream. Colder air looks to move in on Sunday, and as we move through next week, this looks to be a pattern that's going to stick around. So we stop at Thursday of next week. So we're looking at temperatures this week, mostly upper 30s, lower 40s. Give it to Sunday, and next week, we're looking at high temperatures dropping into the upper 20s in even 30s. Here's your 7-day forecast for Missoula. 42 today, 41 tomorrow. Then we're going to drop highs into the upper 30s on Wednesday. Kalispell, temperatures in the 40s today and tomorrow, then 30s by the middle and end of the weekend. Same thing for Hamilton with highs in the 40s through Wednesday, 39 by Thursday.
All right, well, not looking too bad.
No, overall not a bad week at all. Like mentioned, really average
Yeah.
temperatures. Next week is when we're looking at the colder air arriving.
All right, we'll enjoy it while it lasts then, and stick around because we will be back with more. But first, here are some birthday shout outs for you this morning.